It's your girl Bondi Blue, and bitch, I couldn't wait another second, okay? I couldn't wait another minute before I came in here and talked to y'all about Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? They gave me my whole life tonight. All right, so look, the episode started off where the last one left off, which was with everybody asking Karen what was going on between her and Ray. Okay, didn't Ray ask you for a divorce, said Sharice? Karen nodded her head softly. Then Karen tries to make everybody believe that this is something that happened in the past. This is something that happened in the past, okay? It did not happen recently. It was a long time ago. It's old. It's old and it's not now. Ray and I are in a much better place, okay? I wanted to be independent and still be Mrs. Hugo. And I couldn't do both because Ray felt lonely. You batches. I can't ever do it without laughing. Oh my God. That old lady works on my damn nerves. This whole conversation was complete and utter bullshit, okay? It just became very clear that maybe Ray recently asked your ass for a divorce, okay? Because when behind closed doors with you and Giselle, after the conversation had all been had, you told her in whispers that Ray may have been trying to protect you. And if it was trying to protect you, that means it's not old. That means it might be new. And if that's the case, Karen, why didn't you just say that at the table? Why all the fucking confusion, Karen? Tell us, you old batch. Back at the table, Robin says that she believes that Karen internalizes a lot of things. And I'm sitting up here like it's amazing to me how you could read other people but don't have a fucking chapter written on your own life. But you know what? I digress. Then Monique, old messy ass, won't point out the fact that Karen went in on Robin, and Robin was like, I don't know why you would think that I'm not intelligent. I have a degree. And it's like, bitch, you could be intelligent and be ditzy, bitch. What it mean is you let somebody treat you like shit for too long. That's what she mean by ditzy. Like you missing the whole point, bitch. Constantly missing the whole point. I don't think Robin is ditzy. I think Robin is childish as fuck. And we're gonna get into why I feel like that by the time we get to the end of this video. And I'm sorry for the aggression, but it's new. And I'm aggravated. And that bitch worked on my nerves. And I was so happy that Monique was trill enough to put an umbrella to this bitch's neck. Ashley and Robin thought it would be really cute to go and get one of Karen's wigs. And then, while everybody is getting ready to get into the jacuzzi and have a nice time, she comes out in Karen's wig. I'm here, batches. Get out of the way. I don't have time for you. I don't have time for this, okay? Get my man's name out of your mouth, batches. They get in a jacuzzi, and everybody has a good time, and Monique is smoking cigars, and seemingly, you know, she might have thrown up. And Ashley put it out there like Monique had drank another whole bottle of wine and therefore was throwing up on the side of the jacuzzi, when really what happened was Monique was smoking on a cigar, trying to teach the other ladies how to smoke it, messed around and inhaled, and then had a coughing fit that ended up being a throw up. Okay? Yes, it can happen. Okay? Yes, it does happen. I believe her because I didn't see a glass in her hand. Okay? Regardless, if she was drinking, once again, we're on vacation. What else are we supposed to be doing? If you're not drinking on vacation, you probably had a problem, okay? And if you are drinking, you either have control of your drinking or you have a drinking problem. Either way, it's not my business. Are you paying your bills, okay? Are you hitting little children on the side of the road because you're drunk? No, then I don't give a fuck. Okay? I'm sorry, it's just not my place. So for everybody to be insinuating something so illegal, as Monique so eloquently put it, I do understand her angst and aggravation if she indeed does not have a problem. Some of her denials did make me feel some type of way, but at the end of the day, if I was in her shoes, I would still be very pissed off. And she made a valid point at the table that if she really did have a drinking problem, why not just put her car in the garage and act as if nothing happened since the police were not called to the scene? So everybody go back home. Giselle is in her living room with her church hat on. Yes, Jesus. Where are you? Where have you been, Jesus? I am talking to you. I am talking to you, Jesus. Come to me. Talk to me. There has been no love. Where is the love, Jesus? Help us find the love between all of the old, excuse my French, batches. Okay, like it was just like, what the fuck is going on here? I didn't know whether she was reciting poetry, Othello, reading the Bible. I don't know what she rehearsing for a play, bitch. I had no idea what was going on in her living room. And then Robin called, and then we find out that she ain't talked to Sherman in 29 hours. Now, Giselle, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that you too old to be counting how long it's been since you talked to a nigga. All right? But at the same time, I feel like he has been ducking and dodging you, and your suspicions might be correct. Apparently, there was an article in People magazine that might have made him feel uncomfortable, and she ain't really talked to Brother Man since. And I just kind of feel like, I mean, how are we supposed to feel about that, Giselle? You obnoxious. It could be a whole bunch of reasons why he don't feel like dealing with your ass no more, no matter how beautiful you may be. And that should let all you pretty bitches know something. And I know y'all already know it. So girls who don't feel like you that pretty, take a look, okay? Take a look. Being beautiful don't mean a goddamn thing a lot of the time, okay? That does not mean that you will be able to keep a man just because you got light eyes and a pretty face, okay, and just the right tone of brown that let everybody know who you are, but then make you still Miss America in like 92. Okay? Look, y'all know what I'm talking about, the Jasmine Guy era. Karen is really going to move full speed ahead with getting her fragrance line. Okay? And she explained at the table with the ladies that she was going to have a fragrance line, and they already had the shits and the giggles, okay, about what the name might be. And Karen wants to set up a little sniffing seat, okay? Y'all come and sip and eat some food and sniff some perfume and help me pick out which one I should use for my line if I so choose, you know? And it's all cute. She gets wide-eyed Matt involved. And we're all excited about it, Karen. Yay, something for you to do to add more money to the deficit that you guys already have. Wink, wink, girl. Do your thing. Hold up. Also, when they was at the table and Karen let us know that she didn't go to college, it was offered to her by her parents, but she decided not to go because she was an entrepreneur. So did that mean you was trying to own a Taco Bell, bitch? Was that the plan? The plan was to work your way up in a Taco Bell, but then you met old boy Ray and then decided to just go ahead and tie it down? I know that's not how it happened, Karen. So what is the job thing like for you to feel like you was being an entrepreneur? What was you doing, Karen? Was you selling wigs on the low? Was you the lady that came to the hair salons with the stolen purses? How was you an entrepreneur if the only place you worked is Taco Bell? Let me know. Holler at me about this. We need some clarity. I'm going to need for you to stop speaking on shit if you can't tell us the truth about it, especially when it comes to a work history and you talking about being an entrepreneur is a reason why you decided not to go to college, you country bitch. Be honest with me, Karen. Be honest. Candace and her mother goes to visit a venue that will cost $150,000 for 250 guests. And I'm just like, oh, Lord, that's a lot of fucking money. That's all I could think about for the people is, oh, my God, that's a lot of damn money. Okay, but if that's what you want to do with your pretty penny, that's what you go ahead and do, mama. Okay, because if my mama had the money, she probably would have done the same thing for me. So I cannot hate on whatever situation Candace has with her mom. But let me tell you something. We just found something out about Candace's mama. Okay? In this scene, let me tell you what we found out about Candace's mama. Just what we thought we saw, but we didn't want to say it because we don't like to judge books by their covers. But she looked bitter, and we found out the bitch was bitter. Okay, we found that out in this scene. While we discover how much things are going to cost, and Candace is talking about she wants a wall of flowers at her wedding. Okay, that's beautiful, but you know, you might as well have an outside wedding with a tent and some fans and air conditioning somewhere beautiful with scenery if you're going to have a wall for the flowers, not in some old stuffy ass hotel room. That's what I would do if I had the paper for it. But you know what? This is not about me. This is about Candace. And it's not about her mama. It's about Candace. But Candace needs more money. Her mom is already giving $100K. And I told y'all this going to cost $150K. Her daddy going to give $20K. And her mama said, well, you know what you got to do? You got to call your daddy for the rest of the money because I'm already giving you $100K. I ain't got to give you nothing else. Call him because you know he ain't really never been in your life like that. And instantly Candace gets emotional and is like, Mom, why would you say that? You know Dad tried very hard to still be in my life. And they show us pictures of him being at things with her. And to me, if she feels that her father was still in her life, it is not your place to tell her story to her, Mom. Okay? Not if she don't feel no type of way about it. He left you. He didn't leave Candace. And you wording it that way, saying that, well, you know, you were only a baby when he left you. No. If he was still showing up for birthdays and graduations, he did not leave her. He left you. Okay? And you still seem to be very upset about that. And at first, when Candace got emotional and said that she felt like her mom was projecting her bad marriage on her and Chris's marriage, I was like, really? Is that what you think? But then when she kind of got further into it and I heard that fucking wording about he left you, I was like, oh, okay. You telling me everything I need to know right now, Miss Lady, and it's not right. It's not right at all for you to put that on Candace. Okay? It is not Candace's problem that your marriage didn't work out. It is not up to you to pay for the wedding and then guilt her into doing things that you want her to do. And then when she doesn't want to do it that way, you want to remind her that you're the onlyest one that love her because your daddy left you. That's some terrible shit to do to your child. And if you're doing this right now, I imagine this is a habit of yours, making Candace feel less than so you can further control her and how she thinks about her father and maybe even her whole childhood and her experience. That type of control means that eventually Candace is going to have to step the fuck up and start paying for everything herself, because she's never going to be free with her mama being the way she is if she continues to take from her mama the way she does, okay? She going to have to let it go at some point so she can be free. All right? Because this right here is some form of mental captivity, and you can't tell me no fucking different. Ashley goes to see her mama, and this scene was rather fucking telling too. This episode was so good, Jesus, okay? Let me go ahead and tell you. This episode was so good, all right? They completely forgot the cameras was there as far as I'm concerned with this scene with Ashley and her mama. So Ashley's mama is supposed to be moving out of this house that Michael and Ashley had been renting for her because they told her she couldn't have that man that don't do nothing laying up in that house because Michael was not about to be paying for Ashley, her mama, and another grown-ass man who he don't know, who ain't got no job, okay? We're not doing that. We don't have that type of money, okay? And so she's moving out. And Ashley comes in and asks if her little man friend had helped with anything. And she says, yeah, he helped. He helped. You know, I couldn't move the big stuff by myself. And I'm like, what the fuck was the big stuff? Like, I see a refrigerator in here. What was the big stuff? But you know what? I ain't got time to worry about that, because Ashley's mama sat there and played on every single one of Ashley's insecurities about her mama. And that's what let me know that her mama ain't no good and she need to go ahead and let her mama fend for her motherfucking self. Okay? I'm sorry, but there was no other way to put that. When I saw that lady go in on her daughter like that and tell her that she can't defend her husband because he's not right, because she's her mother, okay? Let me tell you how this conversation went, because I need you to understand. Okay, I need you to be here with me when you feel this angst against Ashley's mama. So at first she's like, you know, I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do. You know, what is Sheila gonna do? And you know what I decided? I'm gonna do some traveling. You know, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna leave, you know. And Ashley is like, Mom, don't you think that's a bit rash? Don't you think that's a bit much? She's like, no, you know, I feel like I'm being bogged down by just everything, my job, my family, everything. And when she says family, now it's that thing that Ashley's scared of. Oh, if I'm not taking care of my mom, she's going to leave me like she always does. Wow, Mom, there it is. You playing on your daughter's insecurities and playing with her emotions because you thought her husband was playing about his money. When Ashley starts to get into how you are not helping your own situation, Mom, you're so stressed out, but if you weren't with someone who was living off of you, maybe it wouldn't be so stressful. Mom says, we're not going to talk about that. Let's talk about Michael and how he's not answering any of my phone calls. And I feel as if, let's get something straight here. Michael is a grown-ass man in the way that Ashley's mom is a grown-ass woman as far as age. So I'm sure when he married Ashley, he was not signing up to have to answer her mother's phone calls, asking him and begging him for money, or trying to check him about pulling his bankroll away from her when she refused to do something that he asked of her. which is stop allowing this man to live off of me, calling Ashley, asking her for thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, all of the fucking time, as if you pay your mortgage. Because you don't, we do. Okay? So I'm sorry, but I totally understand why Michael doesn't want to answer the phone. Okay? And Ashley defended Michael and said that it wasn't always like that, and Mom created the problem. Mom doesn't want to accept that. She tells Ashley, how dare you defend him to me? Ashley says, I'm going to defend him. He is my husband. And that is when Mom tries to play on her, oh yeah, go run back and tell him everything we said, because I know that's what you're going to do. Go inform Michael about everything that I said. How could you talk to your daughter like that? How could you try to make her feel bad as a wife and as a woman for sticking by her husband and the person who is taking care of her and her ungrateful ass mama, who obviously has an issue, and she did blurt out that she doesn't have a drug problem. But I wonder what the fuck we was looking at, because you was manic, if anything. From your little fake calm demeanor that you gave us when you first came on this show, you popped the fucking wheel on this episode, Sheila. And I just really did not like to see that, because all Ashley could do was hang her head down and be reprimanded for being a grown woman and doing what was healthy for herself and for her marriage. Let me tell you something, Ashley. I know it's going to be hard for you, but don't you feel bad. Don't you feel bad. Okay? Because your mama is doing this on purpose. Your mama is manipulating you. And that right there is some shit that I find like damn near unforgivable. Because as a mother, I feel like you know you always have the upper hand with your child, especially in a situation with Ashley. You know that Ashley is scared that you're going to leave her. So you pressed all her buttons and didn't give a fuck about how it made her feel in her heart that you didn't care about her. All you wanted was your way, and that's for them to continue to bankroll and fund you and your boyfriend doing whatever the fuck y'all might be doing, since it ain't drugs. So Karen has her sniffing. All right? A entertainment, okay, if you will. All right? And they have a nice little, Caucasian lady come up there with a hella strong bob and a bang and teach the ladies, the badgers, teach them how to basically pick a perfume by scent and category and all of that stuff. Okay, like if you go on Sephora and you get a perfume, you can usually pick out anywhere really that sells perfumes. You could pick out based on one of the families that it's in. I love that, you know what I'm saying? Because I have like a real lily floral, but then musk. Like there are ones that I specifically like woodsy during the winter times. Like there are specific ones I go look up, you know what I mean? So I thought this was really cute, and I thought this was really fun for them to drink and have food, and much to Giselle's chagrin, buffet style, bitch, fix your own plate. But still a nice little entertaining event that you might not have otherwise knew how to do. Pick a perfume, and they all got to have one made for them on the spot and take home for the night. I thought it was very cute what Karen decided to do. And everybody shows up, and Monique is the ice queen. Okay, everybody's having a good time going through it, and Giselle and what's that girl named Robin, have noticed that Monique is kind of being quiet, and normally they can't get her to shut up. So when Ashley and Candace go to the bathroom to tape her titties back to her jumpsuit, they ask her what was going on. And Monique begins to explain that her issue isn't so much with Giselle and Robin as it is with Ashley, spreading this story that she was drunk when she got into her car accident, and the insinuation that she is a drunk or drinking and driving. It's very irresponsible on Monique's part if it's true, and she doesn't like that Ashley, somebody who she thought was her real friend, is going around telling that shit to people, especially old messy ass Robin. Okay? And then Robin, of course, is joining in with the fake concern, and Monique just wanted to let them know. And I kind of was happy that Sharice was there to have her back, because I think she needed somebody to be in her corner, because I felt for Monique. Monique completely went the fuck off. Okay? Don't look, she didn't need nobody to have her back, but she did. You know, she needed a silent back holder. Somebody that was just there in case shit was popping off. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just be there in case some shit broke out and a Giselle Robin sandwich tried to happen like it did with Lil Ashley. Oh no, we got somebody else to step in. I mean, Karen stepped in anyway when shit got hot. But let's just start from the beginning. So she explains to Ashley, because Giselle blurted it out to Ashley when they came back to the table, that Monique was upset with her. She mad at you, girl. And she explains that she felt Ashley was spreading lies about her, and then to insinuate to Robin that she had 4 drinks when Ashley had 4 or 5 herself and drove herself home as well. It was stupid, and she didn't understand why she would spread that lie about her. Ashley says that she didn't spread the lie, that Monique freely gave up that information to her at her house and on the bus. And I feel like, yeah, she did give up that information to y'all. But Ashley, you did keep putting the seed in everybody's ear that she was over drinking. You did. You even had a problem with the drinking she was doing on the fucking vacation you guys took, which is the time and the place. All right? So I felt like, Ashley, even though it may not have been your intention, you were being a messy, annoying little bitch the way you were going back and forth to Robin every time Monique had a drink. It was very obnoxious. And I understand why she felt so strongly, because I said when this storyline first presented itself that I felt like this was a slippery slope to put out there that she could possibly be drinking and driving, and that would be bad on her reputation. If she's trying to be a business owner, if she's trying to do all these things she claims that she does, which I don't know, but I still feel like nobody wants that on their record. Nobody wants that out there for millions of people to see that you out here drinking and driving, all right? So I just understood where Monique was coming from, and Ashley would not take responsibility for it. At first, she denies that that was what she was doing. That wasn't her intent. But then you also saying, well, you did have 4 drinks. Well, you did drink a whole bottle of wine while we were on the bus. And Monique is like, you act like I drank that whole bottle of wine in 20 minutes. We were on that bus for like an hour and something, I guess. And she drank a bottle of wine. But Monique feels like just because you were lightweight doesn't mean I can't handle my liquor. But Ashley's point was, it doesn't matter that you weren't drunk. What matters is you were already tired and had 3 or 4 martinis, which wasn't going to help the situation. You drove home and got in an accident, and then when we ask you about it and you know your eyes looking red, you making excuses and shit. So I understood Ashley's point of view too, but I still felt like Ashley was being messy and shouldn't have been saying that shit to Robin, especially knowing how Robin could be. But I feel like Ashley was sitting up there rubbing elbows with Robin, trying to get cool with her and shit ever since they decided to lay their beef down by the riverside and all of this. And now you forgetting that Monique was your partner when them hoes was ganging up on you. All right, like I felt like that's what was going on, and that's probably the way that Monique perceived it. And even Candace was like, come on now, you were stirring the pot to Ashley when you were saying that shit to Robin and Giselle. And it got loud, it got really loud, and all the people who were not a part of the crew and not a part of the cast got upset and were nervous. And so Karen was like, hey, shut up, that's enough of this. If you're not going to calm down, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And they didn't calm down, so she got security to ask them to leave. They go outside, and Monique is walking with Sharice and explaining how, you know, I don't think Ashley understands the insinuation that she's putting out there about how many drinks I had and all of this. And Ashley walks up behind her and continues the argument, and it was just really obnoxious. And Monique is saying, you know, I don't think you get what you could have done to me, or what the possibility of you putting that out there could be for me. And I think Ashley was trying to deny it at first and act like it was on Monique, but as time went on, it seemed like she was kind of getting it, and they were coming to a better place about it. But then Robin and Giselle want to be the 2 little mean girl assholes and want to joke and make little funny comments when Monique made the comment about everything she's worked for. And, you know, of course, production let us see that by typing the words on the screen so we could hear what that bitch said. They bring themselves over to Monique, and while she's having a serious conversation with Ashley, and Ashley's like, and I appreciate that, and that's when Robin starts to mock Monique. And Monique says, yeah, here come Pinky in the brain with they bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's when she starts to mock her and tell her to shut up. You shut up. And that's when she was like, well, Robin, why don't you come in my face and say that shit? So Robin kept mocking her and came in her face with that shit. And Karen was trying to pull them apart, and Monique put her umbrella up to Robin's neck and told her, if you don't get out of my face, I'm going to choke you out with this umbrella. And I kind of felt like, here you go, Monique. Okay, how you going to ask her to come in your face, and then when she come in your face, you just threatening her to get the fuck out of your face? No, when you told her to come in your face with that shit, you should have been prepared to mush the fuck out of her and then just let the tables turn the way they was going to turn, which was into a fist fight. All right. And I believe that Robin thinks just because she's an athlete that her ass can't get handled. But I really hope that Monique's athleticism and somewhat hood, background will give her a good upper right hook on Robin and her fuck shit. Because Robin was being very immature because she got called out on her bullshit. Okay. You were acting fake concerned about Monique, who you don't really like, neither you nor Giselle. So y'all sitting up there acting like y'all concerned, but making jokes and making fun of her, and then coming over there mocking and fucking giggling and shit. All right? And Robin, while you were doing all of this tough girl shit, Giselle was just sitting back there sniggling and kickling, just watching and shit. So it just really made me annoyed with Robin. Like, you just a bully. You just a stupid ass sidekick bully. And that's why Karen called you ditzy. That's why Karen called your ass ditzy. Okay? Because look at you. Like a fucking high school girl, giggling and laughing when these two women are trying to have a conversation and come to some type of agreement, and you sitting up here laughing all because you know she called you out on your bullshit, and you do either two things. You either get mad and play the victim, or you get mad and then mock the person and laugh and giggle and make it seem like their situation is a joke. But if somebody does this same shit to you, you all up in arms, upset, and my family and me and blah, 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 fucking Robin. I'm sorry, y'all, but Lord, that aggravated my nerves. But that's where the episode left off. So, y'all, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Come back for another one. I know I didn't put the pictures in this one, but bitch, I ain't had time. I wanted to put this up as fast as possible, girl. Anyway, don't forget to check down below in my description box for my Patreon account, my email for MFN Advice. I will be doing another MFN Advice live this Thursday at 8 p.m. on YouTube. Don't forget about Scentbird and Omaji hair care products and Zermu. I have a little link down below where you can get $4.95 for your first pair of Firmu glasses, bitch. That's why I'm giving y'all this live, even though it's reflecting off the lights and it's annoying me. But either way, I still wanted to showcase the glasses. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.